What up, YouTube? It's your boy, BB Stasmo Heel in Madden 21. Last week was not how I wanted it to be. Check out last video if you do want to see what happened. It was a bango of a game. Nobody would want to miss it, but today we got the 2-5 Broncos. Who knows, we may lose to them, go 6-2. This is the NFL, anything can happen. But let's go on and get right into it. It's a nice day here in Denver. As the ball is on the tee, waiting for Josh Lambo to kick that thing. As here comes with the opening kickoff. It says a boomer going to be down at the 1 yard line, and the return man's going to take it, breaking a tackle, and luckily we was able to get him there as we brought him down at the 32 yard line. Here we go with the Broncos' first drive, but there looks to be a straight. Is that Colin Kaepernick at quarterback? Colin Kaepernick is the quarterback of the Denver Broncos, with Melvin Gordon just eating us up on that first one. 12 yards, brought them at the 44 yard line. That's not looking too hard for us. But yeah, the fact that they have Colin Kaepernick as their quarterback, bold move for the Broncos, but he's not really doing them that good, to be honest with him, as they go to Melvin Gordon again, who breaks the first tackle but gets down immediately after. Yeah. For the Broncos, we have 2 plays, 2 ones. Try to hit for the play action, guys, buying there for a little bit. Colin Kaepernick using his legs, throwing the ball, but no, that's going to be intercepted by Joe Schobert. Colin Kaepernick's first pass in this game is an interception to Joe Schobert. Here we go. With Justin Fields coming out under center. James Robinson, the man in the backfield, after Joe Schobert intercepting Colin Kaepernick. As the ball will go to James Robinson, who gets 3 or 2 yards on the play. Yeah, it's still shocking to see Colin Kaepernick on an NFL team. But, I mean, maybe West got to him. That's why the Broncos are doing so bad. Justin Fields under pressure, throws a dime to LaVisca Chanel, who's running down the field. LaVisca Chanel gets tackled at the 7 yard line. What a big throw by Justin Fields, connecting to LaVisca Chanel. But yeah, nobody would have ever thought Colin Kaepernick would have been in the NFL. He was proving everybody wrong, but James Robinson uphill proving everybody wrong, saying that, hey, I can get into the end zone. You can put all odds on top of me and I'll still break it. With Colin Kaepernick throwing that interception on the previous play, it has Denver wondering what are they going to do as he tries to escape, but Josh Allen catches Colin Kaepernick in the backfield. Colin Kaepernick's not having a really good day right now. For his first pass, throwing a pick, and then taking a sack. As this time it goes to Melvin Gordon out of the backfield for about 5 yards. But yeah, Melvin Gordon seems to be the key factor of this Broncos offense. No Jerry Jeudy, no Cortland Sutton to be in sight. As Colin Kaepernick goes to that, looks like Noah Fant, but he cannot hold on to the ball with Miles Jack breaking it up. With the Broncos going on a quick 3 and out, the Huskies had the ball. Colin Kaepernick's really not having a good day. The first 2 plays go to Melvin Gordon. They're looking pretty good. Colin Kaepernick's first pass, pick. Next drive, it comes out, sack. So he's just not doing his best, as the ball does go back to James Robinson, who gets us, I don't even remember. As Justin Fields is coming out on this 3rd and 3. Tries getting by the jump, but doesn't. But finds Charleston Rainbow over the middle of the field, but he drops the pass. No, if only Charleston Rainbow could have held on to the ball to give us a fresh set of downs, but we go on a quick 3 and out. What a punt. Oh, but it just barely does not get a bounce out of the punter wants, and they're going to get the ball on the 20 yard line. Colin Kaepernick coming back out, having a terrible day so far. Tries to fake a pass, even though nobody was really fooled, but Melvin Gordon gets 3 yards on the play. As they go to Melvin Gordon, who found an opening and broke big to give the Broncos a first down. As Colin Kaepernick does a quick pass that goes to that man, Jayler Judy. Jayler Judy making a man miss and finally getting brought down at the 16-yard line. That is a big play for the Broncos. Off of that, the Broncos giving that big pass to Jayler Judy. Colin Kaepernick heard that I was talking crap about him and said, hey, you ain't about to talk crap about me in my hometown now. Barely gets the ball out before getting sacked by Josh Allen. Finds Jayler Judy once again. As they do hand the ball off to Melvin Gordon, but gets barely anywhere, getting eaten up in the backfield by Jacobs. As Colin Kaepernick finds a wide open man in the back of the end zone. That looks like Jamal Chase with a touchdown. Here we go, coming off for that last drive. What was a quick 3 and out? What we should have hit big there, but Laviska Shenault drops it. But he finds EJ Shulk, who catches the ball at the 40-yard line. Justin Fields is slinging that ball today, having 80 yards in the first half. That's really good looking for him. We were looking way better than we did last week, of course, against the Jets, as we do one encounter to James Robinson, who breaks a tackle, but then could not break the next. Here we go, coming down in the 2nd and 4. As we do go to James Robinson out of the backfield, gets his feet inbounds and gets out of bounds. Justin Fields is really... We've seen a whole lot of improvement out of him through this year, where he was causing turnovers as the ball goes to James Robinson, who gets us a first down. Justin Fields is making improvements to throwing dimes, what he's been doing mainly all year. And throughout the games he's been playing, he figured out that he doesn't have to try to do about everything. As we do on the play action. As he does try to scramble. It hits Laviska Shenault at the 1-yard line, only a yard short. But Justin Fields was looking for that roughing the passer play. But look at that throw by Justin Fields. Here we go, running that read option. He hands the ball off to James Robinson, but James Robinson, instead of going forward, he goes backwards. Here we go with the pass, but Justin Fields gets sacked by Bradley Chubb there on the play. As we all at the 2-minute warning mark, we need to put points up here on the board before at least 7 instead of 3. 9 yards to go before we can get into the end zone. Big 3rd and goal. Let's see what happens. Justin Fields dropping back, rolling out the pocket, and just throws the ball away. With that incomplete pass, we do have an injured man down on the field, who is Bob Lano, and we'll just see what happens to him. And then we get the report. As Bob Lano does have muscle cramps, we're just going to keep him out for the rest of the game. After kicking that field goal, did we leave too much time on the clock for the Broncos to do something, as they do go to Jayler Judy? But instead of last time, Jayler Judy does not break big. The Broncos 0-1 and call up offense here. As they hit Noah Fant in the middle of the field, and he gets tackled immediately as they go right back into hurry-up offense. As they try to go deep, but no, that gets swatted down. That stops the clock. Would have been gladly to take an interception there, but that's not what happened. So we can get the ball back and try to put some more points up on the board. As they do want to screen to Melvin Gordon. I can't speak. Who gets down at the midfield mark, and the Broncos finally call a timeout. Here we go, Colin Kaepernick coming out in the shotgun formation. Wants a play action pass. As he goes deep. But no, it gets intercepted by Joe Schobert again. Joe Schobert having 2 interceptions in this first half. Joe Schobert is having him a day on defense. Having 2 interceptions in the first half. That is huge. As we do get pressured in, Justin Fields does go down in the backfield. 2nd 16, we're not really trying to drive down the field unless we do with a big play. And that big play may be now. As the ball does go to DJ Shulk. DJ Shulk is running down the sideline at the 20, at the 10. He's going to be gone for a touchdown before the half. With that Colin Kaepernick interception turning into a touchdown on our side of the ball. The Broncos are not going to be looking too good going into half number 2 unless they can get something going with this jet sweep to Jamal Chase, who breaks a tackle but does not go anywhere and is refusing to go down. But he decided to go down with no time left on the clock, so that's going to take us into halftime. With us coming out for the first time in this second half. That first half was really good for us. We got 2 interceptions that led to 2 touchdowns. There was not really much more that could go better for us. Last week, we was wishing that we was in this situation. As Justin Fields does go for Tyler Neifel, but no, that gets cut off. And that's going to be intercepted by A.J. Boye, who found his way onto the Broncos. That's just the veteran skill of A.J. Boye there, reading Justin Fields, waiting for him to make that one mistake. What happened is he got the interception as the Broncos are in good field position and give the ball to Melvin Gordon for 5 yards. Here we go, 3rd and 4. A big spot here for this Broncos team trying to get right back into the game. As they go to Melvin Gordon, who breaks a tackle and gets the first down. That was huge there for the Broncos. Don't know who missed that tackle, but we need to work on that in practice then if we're missing wide open tackles. As they do go right back to Melvin Gordon, who tries to get that first down, but maybe a yard short. As they do go to Melvin Gordon, who breaks another tackle, gets down at the 5-yard line. I don't know what's starting to make Melvin Gordon break all these tackles, but he needs to calm down. I don't like that. I would like it if he could go down at first contact instead. As they go right back to Melvin Gordon. But no, he had a wide open lane but gets stopped. Only gets a yard gain there. As they do go right back. But that's not Melvin Gordon. That's Royce Freeman. And we do have another player down on the field. 3rd and goal on the 1-yard line. They go to Melvin Gordon, but he is short. He gets tackled in the backfield. Doesn't even get positive yardage there. But it does look like the Broncos are going to go for it. And I mean, hey, why blame them? They're at the 2-yard line. What do they really have to lose? As they go to pass this time. And we wasn't ready for it. And he finds a wide open Jared Jeudy. Well, with that last drive, with Justin Fields throwing an interception, we led to that touchdown, making this a 3-point game again. Let's see what happens as he does hit Laviska Shenault, who does get the first down. But the Broncos did do a good job on that previous play. Nobody was really expecting them to pass in that situation. Everybody was expecting them to go for it instead. But that's just not what happened. As they went to Jared Jeudy, and James Robinson's getting stuck on his lineman. I swear, you all need to move. Get out of his way, please. Justin Fields coming out under center, rolling out, and uses his legs that he was well known for in college at Ohio State and gets 16 yards. As it does look like Justin Fields does hit DJ Chark, but steps out of bounds. This has been a pretty good drive, bouncing back after that first one. DJ Chark having over 100 yards receiving today, what is also huge. But let's see what Charleston Rainbow could do. Getting to the outside, Charleston Rainbow can use his speed to get inside. Yes, he's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. Huskies. Here we go, Colin Kaepernick in the backfield with Melvin Gordon. As they're going to pass, and they do hit Melvin Gordon out of the backfield. But it looks like he did not get his feet in bounds, so that was incomplete. As Colin Kaepernick does look to go to Cortland Sutton, who we have not heard any of today. This is his first time catching the ball in the fourth quarter. Here you go, 3rd and 5. As you go to Jared Jeudy today. Oh, on that play, not today. Who is a couple yards shy of the midfield mark. As Colin Kaepernick does go quickly to Noah Fant, and Trey Holman is there to cut that off immediately. Only getting 3 yards on the play there. As Colin Kaepernick does go to Cortland Sutton once again for the first down. I guess, hey, Cortland Sutton just now decided to enter the stadium, get on his uniform, and Colin Kaepernick said, oh, hey, there you go, finally. As they do on the screen, and Melvin Gordon is just breaking tackles like it is nothing. As Colin Kaepernick hits Melvin Gordon out of the backfield, but does not get both feet in bounds. Now they're in completion. Let's see what happens here on this big third down play. As they do go to Melvin Gordon, and Miles Jack misses the tackle with Melvin Gordon getting big yards there, and finally gets tackled out of bounds. As there was going to be a man in motion. As they do go to Melvin Gordon, and Melvin Gordon does get tackled in the backfield for a loss of a yard or 2. Colin Kaepernick coming out under center to hand the ball off to Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon breaks a tackle, but gets tackled immediately. I do not know what it is, if it is my team just can't tackle, or Melvin Gordon has entered the Derrick Henry zone, breaking every tackle. But we're entering the 2-minute warning with the Broncos not being able to get the playoff, as we do have a 10-point lead. As he does go for the end zone to go to Jerry Jeudy, but that does get intercepted by Josh Jones on the play with the interception. And that's going to really end the game here, as the Huskies just got to play conservatively, and we can walk out of here with a dub. As Justin Fields is giving the ball right back to James Robinson, who gets 3 or 4 on the play, as the Broncos do call their second timeout of the game. As Justin Fields does get sacked, instead of getting the ball out, he gets sacked. Well, it should have been the right move for him, making the Broncos call their final timeout without punter having an amazing punt. They're putting the Broncos inside their own 5. Let's see what they can do. As Colin Kaepernick tries his luck once again and throws another interception. So this time it's C.J. Henderson with the interception. I'm telling you, Colin Kaepernick will give you these interceptions out like it is Christmas. Oh, it seems like everybody in our whole secondary has a pick today, with Colin Kaepernick throwing his second pick, putting the Huskies in tremendous field position, and they're going to walk out with the win, as the Huskies are coming out in victory formation to end off this game. Justin Fields took the knee, letting everybody know that this game is over, and that the Huskies have walked out of here with a victory. But wow, with that ending, what was really shocking, Colin Kaepernick throwing some interceptions, with 4 interceptions, really ending the game for his team there to help us get the win. But it was huge. That was a big bounce back for us, going back on our winning ways. And let's just hope that next week the game goes as how we want it to. But off of that note, I will see you all next time. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you all did. And can't wait to see you all in the next one.